One. Hey, everybody. It's been a couple of weeks. Sorry about that, but we are back. Welcome to the PSPW podcast. And boy, do we have a lot to talk about today. I'm joined by the usual Peef Rimgar and Bhris Brown. Hey, guys. How's it been?
Hi, I'm tired.
it's it's not even that late. Come on, get over it.
Okay, well, we did a podcast and then we had stopped for a week and then we did another podcast and then we stopped for like another week or so and then
Why
here
didn't you
we
guys do
are.
one last week?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's just people were not around, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Also, my maid schedule has been like last week, the maid came on like Monday or something, and I'm like, okay, she'll be here every Monday, that's fine. And then she didn't show up Monday morning this week, so I'm like, okay, where the hell is she? And my mom's like, oh yeah, she's gonna be here on Thursdays now. I'm like, really? Like,
What
is
a
this gonna be the
first
thing
world.
from now on?
My maid is inconvenienced me. Oh no.
Must be
I
nice
mean,
to have that luxury.
No shit.
if you're gonna like be here once a week to clean, like at least have a consistent day. Like, what if I'm walking around my living room naked on a Tuesday morning and then she just pops in? Like, God, gotta be a bit more considerate to my
At
morning
least
schedule.
make a
No one's
call before you just show up. Shit.
well, yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Like, I remember when we had that other maid first time, or like, because apparently she had bathroom issues that I'm not going to discuss on here. I'm like, whatever. Okay, so
So before we get back on topic, what language do they speak in Thailand?
Thai.
Oh, I didn't know this language. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Okay, so talk about this week. We've got the G1 special both days. I haven't seen all of day 2 yet. I still need to catch the main event, so I won't be able to discuss that. There's Slammiversary, which yes, I know Impact GFW, blah blah blah, but the show is actually good, so we're going to talk about it. And then, of course, usual Raw and SmackDown and Great Balls of Fire predictions. Dear God, that is a name of a pay per view.
Goodness
Oh my
gracious.
God.
Even though it has one of the best cards we've seen all year so far.
It's seriously gonna be so good.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good show. So, before we talk about anything else, because I'd love to go over that.
Wait, what'd you say?
Also, we're probably going to have to, I was going to say, we're going to have to do a mailbag at some point because we haven't done one in
Well,
ages.
I don't know if we're gonna have time this week. We're gonna have to do it next week because
Yeah,
we have a
we'll
lot of shit to talk about.
see. We'll see. Okay, so I've got the card here for Great Balls of Fire.
Uh,
What's that? You all right there, Bhris?
yeah, I don't know. I was looking for the card and something popped up.
I've got the card here. So we've got a pre-show match and then 7 main card matches. So let's see. I will cover the I'll just read out all 8 matches and we'll go one by one. So on the pre-show, we've got Neville defending his Cruiserweight Championship against Akira Tozawa.
Whoa.
Then
That's pre-show?
Yep,
That's awful.
because Vince does not care about the cruiserweights.
I agree. And I think if there were any match on the card that should be on the pre-show, it should be friggin' Rollins and Wyatt, but they can't put Rollins and Wyatt on the pre-show
Yeah, fair enough.
because that's a travesty.
Enzo and Cass.
Yeah,
I mean,
Enzo and Cass.
Why wouldn't that be in the pre-show?
Well, they clearly want to
yeah.
put something into Enzo and Cass, though, because they're giving Enzo a lot of time to talk.
Yeah,
which we'll get to because it's great.
They're trying to treat. So let's see what else we have here. We have Cesaro and Sheamus defending against the Hardy Boys in a 30-minute Iron Man match for the Raw Tag Team Championships. We've got Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental Championship. Enzo Amore versus Enzo Amore versus Big Cass. Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt. Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's Championship. Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman in an ambulance match, and then Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe for the Universal Championship. So first, let's go over the pre-show match, and I can't believe it's a pre-show match, but hey, what are you going to do? Neville defending against Akira Tozawa for the Cruiserweight Championship. So what do you guys make of this? How do you see it going?
If it's pre-show, it's Neville.
Yeah, of course it's Neville.
I think I agree with that. I would have said there would be a slight chance of Tozawa winning, but because of the fact that it's not going to be on the main card, I don't have any hope.
Yeah, I mean, that's really all there is to it. There's no way they're changing the title after such a dominant reign on the damn pre-show of Great Balls of Fire.
And I think, honestly, because of that, it's going to hurt the quality of the match, too. Like,
I don't know about that, because I feel like...
I think if this were... It's not... I mean, I'm not... It doesn't mean it's going to be a bad match. I still think it's going to be a good match, but... I've never seen like a truly like great or fantastic pre-show match. I've seen good pre-show matches, like Usos versus the Shield at I think it was Money in the Bank 2013 was a pretty good match, but like really great pre-show matches because there's just not as much of a crowd to really please there.
I mean,
people just don't watch pre-shows. It's how it is.
Yeah, I guess you're right. No lie. But what about like Aries Neville? Well, I
It's
kind of hated that match though, so never mind.
If you gave these two 15 minutes on the main roster, like on the main card, like, oh man, man, like
I really-
saw what Tozawa and Kendrick did on 205 Live. Like,
That's very true.
Jesus.
I mean, they might just go all... Maybe they'll let them go all out for the pre-show, I don't know.
I doubt it. Hell no.
I mean, think about who watches pre-shows. Who watches pre-shows?
This
Bunch of indie marks. So let them go
this is
now.
a feud that's gonna go on for a while. It's not a one and done thing.
Yeah, that's true. They could go out SummerSlam, I guess, but then they'll be pre-showed again because there's gonna be so much show on that card.
I don't think it's gonna be a
I don't-
pre-show match because it's a 4-hour pay-per-view.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, I don't see this being the only encounter for the title between these two. There's no way. Like, you can't just give Tozawa that one title shot and then say, okay, you're done. Especially when like everybody else in the roster has had like 15 title shots. So
Yeah.
Fair.
and over. So I don't think the crowd would be too happy with that either.
You're right.
For the next match, we've got Cesaro and Sheamus defending against the Hardy Boys in a 30-minute Iron Man match for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Who you got, boys?
This
Cesaro.
one's weird for me because I feel like the stipulation, I don't know. The whole thing just seems strange. I'm gonna say Sheamus and Cesaro, but it wouldn't shock me if the Hardys won.
Yeah, I've got Cesaro and Sheamus defending, and I am really worried about this match because
The Hardys just
expecting
don't
them,
have that stamina.
like, I've seen them go in long matches like recently, but the issue is that here, other than you have to score multiple pinfalls, like that's the thing with an Iron Man match. Like, it's actually other than the fact that there's a time limit and you have to score multiple pinfalls, there's really no gimmick to it. So long match, and old people aren't good at long matches. When you look at some of the other matches that the Hardys have wrestled in like the past year or so, if it's a long match, there's typically some sort of gimmick with it that allows them to kind of mask the fact that they're old. But
I mean, I think Jeff will be fine because Jeff is still like a freak. But bless Matt Hardy's heart, that man is getting old.
yeah,
My thing is maybe this is
43, like,
of the broken gimmick.
I mean, we've said that about every pay-per-view since they've been back. Let's be real for a minute.
But now they're like really close to reaching an agreement with Anthem, or whatever you want to call it.
I guess,
Anthem
but
is the-
So if they're really that close, then this could be the beginning for that broken gimmick.
I just really hope I don't have to watch another Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy match.
I don't think they'll split them up just yet.
Okay.
They do. They'll probably just trade Jeff for Matt away.
That's true. They could just throw Jeff on SmackDown and then he's a title contender immediately.
That's what I see them doing. I see them throwing Jeff to SmackDown.
Plus, he was always a SmackDown guy kind of anyways during his single run, wasn't he? Well, no, because I guess he beat Triple H for the world title on Raw.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, I think he's. Yeah,
I was
seeing him
remembering
on Raw.
the whole CM Punk angle.
Yeah. Okay, so The next match, we have The Miz defending his Intercontinental Championship against Dean Ambrose.
I don't care.
This,
Yeah, we know the Miz is winning. Who cares?
Miz is winning. Who cares? Next.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
want
they
to
don't-
waste my
like-
time and energy thinking about this match again. So just next.
that's true, especially with the fact that Miz has that whole like Miztourage thing going. It's going to be
Yeah,
gonna be a
there's no.
clusterfuck.
They basically went, okay, so Miz won by questionable circumstances in a match where he actually has worse odds of winning than he does now, but Dean gets a rematch despite having worse odds. I don't know. Nothing makes sense.
Yeah, we can just kind of move on since we know what's happening with that.
Yeah.
All right, so this is one I actually do kind of want to talk about. Enzo Amore versus Big Cass.
Cass is winning in a squash. Come on.
Cass is winning in basically squash. I think
Yeah,
that he'll
I-
tease like, oh, I'm sympathetic to the small guy I'm murdering, but then he'll actually just murder him and it'll be a big joke.
More so interested in how the match is going to play out because I could see WWE pulling some bullshit and having Enzo win through some like really weird
No.
bullshit way.
The only way they can do that, I mean the only way that Enzo Amore can win this match in any questionable circumstance is if Cass murders him to death and it's a DQ.
I could very well see that, honestly.
Or
Or
he gets a roll up.
no.
No, they're not gonna do that. That'll look so stupid. Like you see this tiny ass Cass or tiny ass Enzo rolling up Cass.
Little Cass.
Like no, it's not. It's not gonna look believable at all.
Also, perhaps they could do like a ref stoppage finish or something, because maybe they can put Enzo over as someone who won't give up, but it'll also make Cass look like an angry murderous giant. I'm just afraid if they went that direction that they would
I
go
don't
with
know.
the repeat of the rope spot.
Cass is kind of
please.
weird in
No.
how you have to book him because you can't just have Cass be like a murderous giant because we already have one of those right now and he's really good.
That's a good
So like
point.
Cass has to do something to himself. Like I think he needs to work a bit more on his mic skills. Well, obviously, but I don't know. Like he's got to do something so he's not just another big guy.
This is gonna sound like a
I don't know,
bizarre point A to point B, but he needs to be the Triple H kind of compared to Braun, who is the Undertaker Kane. If that makes any sense.
What do you mean by what? You might have to explain that a little bit because I can kind of see what you mean, but you might need to throw some details
He's
in
like
there.
he's big and he's threatening on his own, but when needed, he'll take shortcuts. He's more cerebral. Whereas Braun
Okay.
and then Kane and the Undertaker were just kind of murder.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't think Cass is the cerebral type. That's the problem.
And that's the thing. Like Cass kind of comes across as a big dummy who can kind of sort of talk. That's the problem I have with him.
Well, that's a worker issue more than I'm talking a perfect world here. I guess I don't know what the fuck they're actually gonna do with him because there's really not a lot you can. He's just kind of goofy looking. He looks like he's made of leather.
They might just
Yeah.
toss him to SmackDown too after this feud is done. What else is he
They
gonna
could
do?
do that.
Raw is
They
too.
just toss everyone to SmackDown. That's not how this works.
No, I mean like Raw is too overcrowded for another big man heel.
But
You have
Big
Braun, you
Cass would
have
fill the
Braun.
exact same role as Corbin, and
Yeah.
Corbin's gonna get the bigger push.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I mean,
there's no
Oh.
way that a giant is going to have a better push on SmackDown right now than Corbin. It's not happening.
you just toss him with Carmella. Ellsworth isn't there.
Carmella. I so don't want to see Carmella and Cass as heels together for some reason. I just feel like that'd be so bad.
I don't know. I mean,
Plus
they obviously have a genuine connection, but
well, yeah. I feel like the James Ellsworth thing is ideal right now because it's just stupid amounts of heat for really nothing. I feel like you shouldn't give up on that.
I mean,
Just crush Ellsworth under his foot.
Well, that would put him over as a face, though.
yeah, that's the problem.
but I
Like, you
mean,
can't really build... You can't put Ellsworth back as a face now, really. He's too much of a piece of shit.
No, Ellsworth could just leech onto somebody else.
Well, yeah, but then he'd still feel like a heel. I don't know.
Yeah, he'll leech onto another heel female.
So you're saying that Cass should turn heel by beating the fuck out of a heel that attaches himself to a heel.
I mean, is there really any more face and heel dynamics anymore?
You have an excellent point.
Take Brock versus Joe, for example. Who's the heel? Who's the face?
Yes, they gave up on the dynamic for that match. Like, it's a good thing. You could just tell they didn't even try.
It is a good thing. Like, I'm getting more like New Japan vibes off of that feud, just because like New Japan, like with a couple of exceptions, like they really blur the whole face heel line, which I enjoy because it's like, oh, this guy heel, but he also does like a lot of pandering, like the Young Bucks. Like they are supposed to be heels, but they're they like to pander a lot.
Yeah.
So it's really weird.
That's why throwing Cass to SmackDown isn't such a really that much of a bad idea.
Well, the heel face dynamic for like a guy like Brock Lesnar or a guy like Samoa Joe is a little different than it for a guy like Big Cass.
No, I mean Samoa Joe is always going to be a heel.
Well,
there's no way
you could turn him face.
It's not believable though.
I think it is. It's just a matter of why would you do it.
After everything he's done on Raw, I don't think it's believable anymore that he can be a face.
Seth Rollins tried to curb stomp Edge into a cinder block.
Seth Rollins has no character. He doesn't count.
Well, he does though.
He does. His character is that he's kind of a cocky shit. Like that's what he is.
His thing is I beat Triple H. That's it. What has he done since?
Yeah,
nothing.
Yeah, what a way to kill a guy's momentum.
I feel like that's part of the reason why they gave him the game cover, just because there's nothing else.
Because there's nothing else for him, so we'll give him a game cover. Hey, Eric Rowan, we have nothing for you. Here's a game cover.
Sure, I think it would be a good laugh. Like you just go into the store, buy the new 2K game, and you just see Eric fucking Rowan on the cover. I don't even know how would I even
buy it right away. Shit, Eric Rowan.
I have a question about. I guess this is more of a sports game thing in general. Why would they not just make like an infinite amount of different covers? Like, what's the real price difference on that? Where more people would buy it?
I mean, it takes time to make graphic.
I guess, but like people make like 50,000 fucking Madden covers every year as soon as the game's announced. When they find out they don't like the cover player, especially this year because it was Tom Brady. So like, why not put some money into that? You sell a localized version and make some fucking money.
I mean, I don't understand why they don't do like a different person for like the deluxe cover and then the regular cover.
Yeah, that could work too.
I do like the idea of having multiple cover stars. Like I was never too into the idea of having it just be one person. Like I always thought that it should be different depending on like the console.
No, because like I know
some games have
the NBA games, like the more they are, it's like a different character. Like this year, I think it's Damian Lillard, Shaq, and Kyrie.
What?
Yeah, they have like 3 different covers.
What a weird ass group of people.
Well, didn't one of the WWE games like in the past couple of years have like multiple covers? Like didn't it have like The Rock on one side and D-Bry on the other or whatever?
I'll look into it. I don't think so.
Because I remember D-Bry being like revealed as like the alternate cover or whatever. I don't know.
I'm on the case
for that one.
I know Ultimate Marvel 3 did that, which was really cool. Like I have it for PS3 and like the outside cover is like some kind of like bland ass looking shit. But then like if you take the cover out and you look at the inside, it's like a much more comic style, which is really cool looking. And that was the one that I had used.
Yeah, it's like it's a backwards thing. It's like you flip it.
Yeah, you flip it over and it's like cover.
Hell, even put more than one guy on the cover. Just get some money flowing. I don't know.
What a damn tag team on the cover, like shit.
I mean, there's not. Well, I guess the Hardys. I was about to say there's no tag team over enough for that, but the Hardys just kind of bust that out of the water.
Yeah, like put that.
My fucking Breezango edition of 2K18.
Hell, why don't games? You fucking sell a game, sell like $3 alternate covers.
Okay, so it's just Kyrie and Shaq.
That's a weird group
Alright.
of people for 2017.
Yeah, it is. All right, we are way off track.
We
now.
really are,
Okay.
but still.
It was worth talking about, though. Okay, so
Seth versus
Bray,
Bray.
I think. I don't care about this match. I assume Seth is going to win. I don't even know why I would assume that.
I got Bray winning.
There's no way that Seth doesn't win with the cover. Like, that basically solidified his win.
I got Bray winning.
Bray winning a match ever.
It's not. This isn't a one and done feud either. I don't think.
I really hope it is.
I mean, what's Rollins gonna do at SummerSlam?
I don't know. Wrestle himself.
Wrestle Triple H again so he can get the I beat Triple H gimmick back. What does anybody do at SummerSlam? Like, everything's such a toss-up.
Yeah, especially because they've apparently been changing up all of the plans and they want to start like rushing things.
I still have Brock versus Braun. That shit better not change.
Here's the thing though about Brock versus Braun. It doesn't need the belt.
It doesn't, but like it adds another dynamic to it.
It does, but I feel like if here's what I would do in this position at this point. I know we're getting completely off topic again, but fuck it. You could have Roman beat Brock, and then whenever Brock decides to do his job again, have Braun beat Brock, and maybe start the story that Brock is like fucking, what do you want to call it? He's getting old. He's out of his prime.
Yeah, but we had that with Goldberg already. We're not just gonna.
No, that was way different. That was like a blaze of glory kind of deal. This wouldn't be a blaze of glory. He goes down and then he comes up like the murderous phoenix with a sword on his chest.
Yeah, but then that would mean he has to win that title back to lose it again in like what, another 3 months. That's just playing hot potato with the title again.
Okay, what if you?
Why is the Universal title treated so badly? Like, Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's not that the belt is treated badly. It's just bad timing. Good champion, bad timing.
I mean, they keep putting it on dudes that can't really defend it.
Well, Brock can defend it. It's just
Brock can defend it, just doesn't.
It's just a matter of Vince.
Goldberg defended it. I mean, he only had one chance to defend it, to be fair.
He defended it against...
at Mania against Brock.
I mean, what about... I think Kevin had a fine reign. It was a little bad because of the amount of fuck finishes.
I mean, he's a chicken shit. Well, he's a mix of both. He's a mix of both.
Steel reigns are like always bad.
Yeah, like Seth's reign. Yeah. That was a horrible reign.
That was a bad one. I'd call the Kevin reign much better than the Seth reign.
The thing with the Kevin Owens reign is there were some high points, but nothing that really involved the title. Like
That's true.
Like Kevin Owens' reign was good because of the shit he was doing with Jericho, not because of the shit he was doing with the title.
I would argue that he had some very good matches with the belt.
Yeah, he had some decent matches with it, but they could have taken the title off of him, and I still would have enjoyed what he was doing just as much because of the shit with Jericho.
I think the plan was Balor to take the belt off of him, but he just injured himself like a fucking idiot.
No, well, wasn't quite his fault, but I see what you mean.
Yeah,
Also getting concussed by current WWE champion.
I still think that story was bullshit. You don't let your fucking top guy wrestle the next week if you get concussed.
Yeah, for a week now, he wasn't concussed.
He might have gotten a little bit. He probably got his bell wrong. Don't get me wrong. He wasn't concussed.
Yeah. Look at Randy when he got concussed. He was going for like a month.
Yeah, he wouldn't do shit. To be fair, he also got his head pounded in, so it was a little different.
All right, so you two have Seth.
I don't even know. Yeah, I've got Seth winning.
Yeah, it's the Rollins.
Like I can see the arguments for Bray, but like honestly, I'm just flipping a coin here because it's not like the feud fucking matters for anything. It's not going to lead to anything for either of them. Let's be real.
Yeah, it's not.
All right. So next match is Alexa Bliss defending the Raw Women's Championship against Sasha Banks.
Yeah, we have Alexa winning.
Yeah, I hate the fact that Sasha's in this match.
Why?
Sasha doesn't deserve this shit.
Why am I the only person
see her going for the title?
Why am I the only person that wants this match?
She needs to go away.
This is their best case scenario match right now. These two people, despite what they've been given, this is the best match they have. And
I could have had Emma.
No.
Oh my god, I wanted Emma so bad, but like she just doesn't fit anywhere right now.
She is completely just non-legitimate right now is the issue. Honestly, she needs to be Bayley.
Sucks, because she's better than most of them.
I agree.
Yeah, she's better than 90% of that woman's locker room.
I would totally agree with that, but the problem is whoever writes her shit does not agree. They're probably still mad that she couldn't do Emelina.
I think that was just a tease. I'm not rolling with she couldn't do it.
I mean, it had to be something. Like somebody had to have said no at some point, and it had to have been an issue for someone.
The problem is Emma herself, she didn't want to do it because she's a wrestler, not just some model.
Yes, that's what I'm saying though. I'm not saying
wants to get down and dirty and fight.
Emma probably went to Vince and she's like, I'm not doing this shit. And Vince was like, fine.
That's my point though. She went to Vince and said, hey, I'm not doing this shit. And Vince went, fine, we're putting you under everyone. I have an awful Vince impression.
No, and then, Sasha decides to want to injure Emma at a fucking live event. Piece of garbage. That's when it went downhill again.
Emma's just really injury prone as well. Like, it's not great. I hate to use that tag against someone. I'm not saying that Sasha's innocent here, but Jesus Christ, if there's a person in this locker room who gets injured a lot, it's Emma.
Zack Ryder.
Well, Zack's a little better. Not by much.
Yeah. He's just shitty with his landings. I've got Bliss winning that match.
I've got Bliss because I think they want this going into SummerSlam. This has potential to be very good.
I think it has potential to be not bad.
Decent.
I consider Sasha better in general in ring than just about any other woman bar Charlotte. So I think this has very good potential.
Have you seen the matches with Alicia Fox?
Okay, well, I could wrestle a fucking bag of potatoes and it'd be better than that. Yeah, that's 100% Alicia.
Did you see that gauntlet match with fucking Nia? Or Nia, whatever.
Nia Jax? You're like, I could go fucking pick out a AJ Styles match with like Kevin Nash. It's gonna be bad. That doesn't make the wrestler bad.
Sasha no-sold everything Nia threw.
Okay, real talk. I know we didn't get a chance to properly talk about that. Yo, Nia was great in that shit. She
went for 30 minutes.
I was very impressed by Nia in that match. Like, it's going 30 minutes. I don't care who you are. That's hard.
Yeah.
30.
And you could tell she was fucking tired at the end.
For a big girl like that to go 30 minutes?
Like, I give her mad props for what she did in that match. That was very impressive.
But then Sasha's over here no-selling everything towards the end. Like, what are you doing? Why they fucking corpsing and shit?
One thing that's going to benefit this match is that there's something about these two, their characters. It just feels like they really just fucking hate each other.
A lot of bitchiness going on.
A lot of bitchiness, and it works.
I don't know if it's work or if it's real. I mean, or it's just
supposedly there's some kind of like NXT heat, but I don't really buy it. Like Sasha broke her nose or something. I don't know.
I don't remember.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it was bullshit, but I don't know. I think everyone agrees that Alexa wins this pretty handily.
Yeah, Alexa wins. Sasha's gonna continue her god awful pay-per-view streak and get like the worst record ever.
Has Sasha ever won in a pay-per-view? Yes, because she won the Rich Swann match.
She's never won a singles match on pay-per-view though.
Really? That's brutal.
I believe she's like she's either 0-7 or 0-8 on pay-per-view matches, singles matches.
That sounds about right, I guess, if you think about
it. Yeah. Line with like the worst of the worst.
Yeah, well, at least she has like title reigns to back it up. Oh.
Yeah, that she's won on TV. All right, so next match: Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman in an ambulance match. God, I'm actually kind of excited for this one.
I swear to God, if Braun doesn't win, I'm legit quitting WWE.
Here's my thing about this match. I think this is basically going to be their giveaway of their plans. Because if Braun wins, Roman can't win the title at the next pay-per-view. Well, he can, but he shouldn't. It'd be weird if Braun murdered him to the extent where you could put him in an ambulance, but then he wins the title from Brock. That would be very, very, very strange to me. But then you're also in the position, can you beat Brock like that? Or can you beat Braun like that? I feel like they're kind of in a corner.
Yeah, these matches, I always find matches like this kind of tough to call. Because like an ambulance match, like other than like, I guess like a buried alive or a casket match is like one of the biggest burials that you can see on your screen.
I mean, like, there's ways to kind of fuck it, I guess, but you'd have to come up with something.
Like Ryback never truly came back from being fucking thrown into an ambulance. Let's be real.
I guess. I mean, to be fair, didn't he get AA'd through the ambulance?
Yeah, he was AA'd through the roof into the ambulance.
I think that's cool enough to come back from.
I mean, he did get an IC title reign after that.
The issue with that wasn't the burial; it was the Ryback.
Yeah, the Ryback. That always makes me laugh.
But I mean, it wouldn't hurt either of these men because they're like your biggest stars on Raw. So whoever loses, it doesn't hurt.
My thing was, heard the plans revealed. I had Braun winning this, but I think Roman is going to win this now.
I mean, Roman was the one that looked strong on Monday, so I doubt it.
I don't know. They don't usually operate. I mean, to be fair, Braun stood right up after the spear.
Yeah. He wasn't down for long. They showed him like looking just fine after the end of it.
Yeah, he was like leaning on the ambulance, and that was the most of it.
Because like the way that I see it is, this is essentially a number one contenders match.
Yeah, like, in a way.
I don't think they mentioned it as a number one contenders match.
It's not a number one contenders match, but it's because like Roman had already said that he wants the winner of the match for like SummerSlam or whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of declared himself the number one contender, which is hilarious. But like if he were to lose to Strowman, he would kind of lose that, because you can't just call yourself a number one contender and then lose a match on a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Like, so like Braun would be able to claim that, because it's like, oh, I beat Roman, so I'm going to be the guy. But if Braun loses here, like Roman is, I would say, is definitively the number one contender for SummerSlam. So this is like that really determines what's going to be happening in the next few months.
For the sake of making a prediction, I'll say that Roman wins.
Yeah, I'm saying Roman is winning this as well.
But it's really a coin toss.
If only because I'm a sucker and I heard like the recent plans that like they might be rushing like the Roman title.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I think it's probably better in the long term when you think about it, because I don't like. Obviously, I don't want Roman like main eventing his fourth Mania and Roman winning. But
he still will though, because they want to do the Cena match.
Yeah, but like
he's not gonna lose Cena at Mania.
Yes, he will. Gonna win that match. No, hold up. Hear me out. I think Cena has to get number 17.
Would be.
He doesn't have to get it right away.
He does. I mean, okay.
Remember, he's a free agent.
Think of it this way. Let's say I don't know. I'm trying to think of a way this could go that keeps him away from Roman and keeps him.
Cena's got to get that. Cena's got to get the Universal title at some point. There's no fucking way they won't put it on Cena at some point.
I think Cena's get the Universal title. You'll get the WWE title from Jinder. No, that's the only person I see.
No, Cena there's no way. They will not waste number 17 on a Cena Jinder match.
Who else is going to take that belt from him?
From Jinder?
Who's credible right now?
Like every face on the roster.
On SmackDown. No, because AJ is still going to be tied with Owens.
Bhris. Jinder Mahal is the champion. It doesn't matter.
So what? You think like
okay, Bhris, keep this in mind. Fucking Jinder Mahal to be WWE champion, then you can, in the span of what they did, basically a month to a month and a half, build up any fucking person on that roster to be a viable contender.
But it has to be Cena. They're going with this whole Muhammad Hassan 2.0 thing.
Okay, wait. One more thing. Do you really think that they're gonna go from this Rusev feud, which is a whole foreign heel versus America thing, to the exact same thing but for the world title?
Yes.
Why?
That's exactly.
There's no fucking way. Plus, why would you have? Plus, Bhris, whoever beats Jinder presumably is going to get cashed in on. So, are you really going to waste number 17 on a Corbin cash-in?
So, are you going to have Sami Zayn beat Jinder Mahal and then he gets cashed in? No, nobody wants to see that.
I mean, nobody wants to see it. You're not supposed to want to see it. That's the point.
I think it's. I can totally see them putting the title on Sami for like 2 minutes.
For 2 minutes, they want to recreate Daniel Bryan. What a better fucking way to do it.
Yeah, putting the title on Sami, like having him win it from Jinder and then having him lose it immediately to Corbin. Actually, that makes a lot of sense given like their fucking
history.
Bullshit.
Let me go through the SmackDown roster.
It would tie in with their earlier main roster feud and would also tie in with their NXT feud. So
exactly.
Right, so AJ's busy with Kevin Owens. Baron Corbin's busy with Shinsuke. Big E is with the whole Usos thing. Chad Gable, who knows what the fuck he's doing right now?
I don't know what the fuck they're doing with him right now.
I
think weird. Maybe they're. I can't tell if they're just trying to build them up so they look better as a tag team, or if they actually just want them both to be mid-carders. I can't tell.
Dolph is a heel. Epico, I think he's getting released. Eric Rowan, heel. Fandango with Tyler Breeze doing God knows what. James Ellsworth, suspended. Jason Jordan, who knows? John Cena, number 2. Jimmy and Jay, whatever. John Cena, Kane, Connor.
What if they give Kane the political run?
That's not happening.
Give him a title to help boost campaign money.
No, God no.
Can you imagine a Kane title reign in 2017?
Luke Harper.
He won't even. That's like it won't even happen because he won't take it.
Yeah,
I know he wouldn't. I'm just saying, what if?
Way that he would accept that.
I know.
Luke Harper. God knows what the fuck they're doing with him.
They don't.
He literally broke his little Twitter streak to call out WWE and say, "Yo, I was the one that eliminated Connor, not Mojo." Mojo Rawley,
If Mojo Rawley beats Jinder Mahal for the world title, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Well, I mean, they're turning him heel, so there's no way they'll do that now.
Mojo?
No.
Zack Ryder is the heel of that. If that happens.
I mean, you'd think, but Mojo's the one doing all the heel shit.
That's true. I forgot he eliminated Zack. Excellent
Yeah,
point.
he was the one that they were hinting at it prior to the match, and then he actually did it at the match.
Fair enough.
So,
all right. So Primo out the door. Randy Orton. We just had 3 matches. Rusev heel. I'm not putting Sami Zayn anywhere near the fucking title.
What do you mean? You just don't like Sami Zayn. You're biased. Shut the fuck up.
I don't like Sami Zayn. I like his ring work. That's about it. I don't like the dumbass character he has.
How? Okay. No, let me complain now. How do people not like this character? How do people think this is not going to get over?
It's not getting over.
It is. He's getting more reaction now than he ever got before.
He's literally a moron.
He is, and it's great. So, you know what wrestling fans are? Bless our hearts. Morons.
we're stupid. Why do you think we watch this shit? We were supposed to stop watching this shit after the 80s. Why the fuck are we still watching this crap?
All right, I'm almost done.
Stupid.
Sin Cara. Yeah, we're gonna give it to him. Ty Dillinger. Yeah, we're gonna give it to him. Zack Ryder. Yeah, we're giving him the shot. There's only one person on this roster who is credible enough to be Jinder.
You're literally discounting all the candidates for no reason. I can't help that. I can't help that you're ignoring the possibilities.
We're really gonna give Sin Cara a fucking chance at the world title.
No, not fucking Sin Cara. Stop saying it like that.
We're not giving anything to Sin Cara, Jesus Christ.
I'm saying Shinsuke is a perfectly valid competitor. He could beat Corbin at this pay-per-view.
Shinsuke's busy with fucking Corbin.
Dude, Shinsuke
He's not gonna be busy with him forever.
Shinsuke, listen to me.
Wrestlers
Shinsuke...
don't go into like 5-year-long feuds. This is
Bhris,
not
Bhris,
the 80s or 70s. Like...
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
SummerSlam.
Shut the fuck up. Shinsuke can beat Corbin at this pay-per-view Battleground. Then at SummerSlam, he gets Jinder. He beats Jinder. Corbin cashes in as his revenge. It's a feud now.
He's not getting that title early. That's the problem.
Jinder's not dropping that title till at least the India tour.
He's not dropping that belt till SummerSlam.
He's dropping the belt at SummerSlam. That's what I'm talking about. SummerSlam, yeah.
He's dropping the belt at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I think Jinder's going to drop the belt before the India tour.
The India tour is before SummerSlam, I think.
Yeah.
I thought it was in September.
I think it's early August.
Let me check. WWE Indian Tour. September.
Really?
Wait, no. Why does it say Alberto Del Rio?
That doesn't seem right. Well, card subject to change, I guess, but sure to God they'd have it more updated than that.
WWE planning an Indian tour with just champion. Yeah, it's September.
Huh. Okay, so when's SummerSlam?
August.
It's always in like the middle of August.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So he wins at... I'm not buying that he wins at SummerSlam.
I'm not either. I mean, he could be the famous Indian guy. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Now, no matter what they do, Jinder Mahal is a guy, though, so he can go to India and still be a star. Even without the belt.
Yes, September 2017.
Okay. So, yeah, fair.
Like the only two guys that I could see being like a champion, like being the champion during the India tour, would either be Cena or Jinder.
They could do Sammy.
Sammy's not gonna have that title in the Indian tour. It's not happening.
He probably won't. I'm saying he wins at SummerSlam and then immediately loses it. But if they really wanted to give Sammy a reign, they could do that. And Sammy has those like whatever. I guess he's Muslim, isn't he? And his whole family's from the area, so I mean, better than nothing.
India, though.
Canada. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm not saying so is fucking Jinder.
Yeah, but Jinder's actually been in India. He is booked for India.
Okay. I could go to India and be booked for India. That doesn't make me Indian.
Sami Zayn is Syrian. He's not fucking Indian.
Yeah, that's. I was gonna say like he's not Indian.
He's fucking Arab.
I know he's not, but it's better than nothing.
It's not
like he's brown. Just stick him in India. Like it doesn't work like that.
I'm not saying that. This is not what I said.
Johnson
it's
is
like
not how this
fucking
shit works. Oh my god.
Anyways.
So Anyway, back to this. I mean, the last match is probably a bit easier to talk about anyway. So, Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman.
I've got Braun.
I've got Reigns.
I've got Big Rome.
The main event, Brock Lesnar defending the Universal Championship against probably the one match I'm really, really excited for. Like, I'm excited for Braun versus Roman, and there's a couple other ones that I'm intrigued about. But like, I'm actually excited for this because the build has been fucking fantastic.
My dream match.
Wait,
I think WWE.
Did we skip something?
No,
we didn't.
I thought we did. I mean, that's a small card.
Well, we technically skipped Miz Ambrose because we were like, the match is shit. We know Miz is gonna win. Move on.
Yeah, I think WWE.
I just thought there was another match for some reason.
Because literally the
obviously not because they booked Miz and Dean again.
No, I'm talking about the Lesnar Joe thing. Like literally the week before Joe won, I said this was my dream match, and look what fucking happened. Fair. And they didn't fuck it up.
I'm actually.
That's true. They did a very good job with this feud.
How well? Yeah, I'm genuinely shocked as to how well this has been built up, because like they've managed to fuck up like almost every other feud in some sort of way, but they have not been fucking up this feud, and it's so weird. But every step they've been taking with this feud has been a good step towards the match.
And
doesn't make any sense. How have they not fucked this up at all?
You know what?
I don't get it.
Because Brock sees
I think the strange thing about this match. I think the strange thing about this match is that it's honestly a toss-up.
Yeah, that's the fucked up part. Like I was saying, like
yeah,
Brock is just gonna win. He's gonna steamroll. That's it. Like looking at the plans, there's no way that Joe can win this. And now I'm just like,
maybe don't know anymore. It's just
it's not even completely Brock's favor anymore.
They booked Joe as like a worthy opponent. He choked him out.
Still think
he beat the shit out of him the week before that.
I still personally think Brock is going to win. Confident.
Even Roman didn't look this strong versus Brock in the build-up.
No.
Yeah. I can't think of anyone in recent time that has looked this strong in a build-up to a Brock match.
They
besides Goldberg, obviously, for obvious reasons.
Yeah. But
they booked this match
Goldberg.
in a way that they both look strong because Joe just beats the shit out of Brock with cheap shots. It has never been fair.
That's true, I guess.
They have the Coquito clutch.
But then, like,
lethal as hell.
I like how they also keep it like Brock is still also an asshole because he, like, the whole backstage segment this week.
That shit was gold. That was.
The feud has been gold.
Yeah, but
so good.
Brock talking when everybody shits on him for his little promo skills, that was gold.
That was a weirdly good promo by Brock Lesnar.
Brock cuts promos. He just doesn't want to. He just doesn't want
to. He doesn't have this like deep, scary voice. He's just a typical dude from fucking Minnesota that'll kick your ass. Like,
yeah,
he's just a jacked up white boy. Deal with it.
But Joe has been fucking. He took his ball and ran with it. Placement of Braun.
It's very true. Joe probably just made himself a lot of money by looking so good in this feud.
Yeah, Joe's done well for himself, and I hope I don't know if they will. Like, they probably will flounder, but like, I really hope they keep his momentum going after this match. Like, even if he does,
I don't know where Joe goes from here.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I mean, that's the thing too. Is like, whoever really looks strong, other than like, I guess Roman. Like, whoever looks strong after a Lesnar feud.
I mean, like
Cena
for obvious reasons, and Triple H for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I guess if you've spent over a decade building someone up to be legitimate, then yeah, they'll look fine after a Lesnar feud. But been treating that well like they don't come out any better after a Lesnar feud. After it,
I mean,
Seth looked like ass.
Who is Brock really feuded with, though?
Seth, Dean, Cena.
Oh, Dean. Let's not talk about that. Cena was Cena. Randy was Randy. Goldberg was Goldberg. Those are all kind of weird examples. The thing is, they use Brock in like the top draw position because that's what he is. So he doesn't really. It's not like putting someone against just any douche on the roster. It's a whole different ballgame. You get more over by just having the match with Brock.
Triple H, CM Punk.
But I feel like the main issue with like all these Brock feuds is that they only end up benefiting Brock.
I don't agree with that.
I feel that way. Like based on how I've seen his feuds, I feel like they only ever serve to benefit Brock.
I would say you're right recently, but there haven't been many chances or needs for the other people to look good. This is a situation where he knows that Joe needs to look good. So I think he'll be a little different.
Yeah, he sees money in Joe. Like, he saw money with the Goldberg feud, so he chose, hey, let's make it run till SummerSlam. Right. So Mania.
Smart guy. He knows how to make money.
He sees money in Joe.
I'll let Brock run my promotion. I don't care.
He didn't see money in Dean Ambrose because he turned down everything he did.
Really didn't see. He didn't see a cent in Dean Ambrose based on that match.
But to be fair, like, was he really wrong?
Well,
he wanted to fucking have a chainsaw spot. Like, what?
Fucking chainsaw spot.
Guy. This is fucking CWC. It is
CWC.
What the fuck? What did you just say? Did you just say CWC chainsaw bullshit? You imagine fucking Kota Ibushi coming out with a fucking chainsaw for his match with Kendrick?
At one point, I could totally imagine that because he wrestles for DDT.
Fucking.
Actually, yeah, I could see Ibushi just coming out with a fucking chainsaw.
Death matches all around in that fucking Combat Zone promotion shit. I don't want to see that shit.
I mean, he was the CZW Golden Boy. Like, he was the goofy fucking deathmatch kid. You just wanted to have some fun. What's so wrong about that?
Save that shit for that.
Suck though. I've still got Brock winning though, but I think it's gonna be like I think it's gonna be a fucking war of a match though, and Joe's not gonna go down easy.
I've got Brock, but I think it's gonna be a murder fest.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be like MMA style or just physical? Because
It's gonna be like
background too.
Imagine, Bhris. Imagine if you could book an MMA match. That's what it would be. That's what this will be.
I feel like we'll see something similar to Extreme Rules 2012, where like Brock will win, but it won't be like the strongest or most definitive looking win. It'll be like, yeah, he won, I guess. Like, he'll still get the shit kicked out of him. Be like, yeah, you won because you managed to get him down for a 3 count, and that's all you could get him down for.
Yeah.
Like, Joe is gonna look strong as fuck coming out of this match.
I don't think you can. This is one of those feuds where I think even in losing, he's gonna come out way better.
Yeah. I'm so excited. Oh my god.
It's gonna be something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's our Great Balls of Fire plus everything else discussion involved with
What is Brock Lesnar German suplexing Samoa Joe gonna look like?
I can imagine it in my head, and it's the weirdest looking thing.
It's so strange. Like Kevin Owens, they have like he's like similarly big, but Joe was just like a thick dude.
I don't think he'll fire off as many suplexes as people expect.
Oh yeah, I don't think it'll be a Suplex City kind of thing, but he's gonna hit at least one. I mean, that's his fucking gimmick.
Yeah, he has to hit at least 5.
I don't know about. Well, I can see about 5. No, it's gonna be interesting.
Wait, Joe's gonna get some bullshit on him too, though. It's gonna be beautiful.
Why is there no Drifter versus Finn match?
That's an excellent question, actually.
Or R-Truth and Goldust.
Let me look, because there's probably a reason for that, maybe.
They want to build. I think they want to do a bit more build on Truth and Goldust.
I want to stop seeing it.
Realize what?
I don't want to see that shit for SummerSlam.
Yeah, I don't either.
You can put it on the pre-show. It's fine.
There's better pre-show matches they could do. Even God, that feud is so bad. Just like it had potential. It had potential, but then the whole when Goldust came out with his cameraman, it was something, I guess. Then R-Truth came out and he did the weakest beatdown of all fucking time. I think Goldust hit approximately 7 stomps and nothing else. It was sad. I cannot fathom character.
Is like 50.
That's pretty accurate, actually. I think. Well, let me fact check that for you, Bhris.
Goldust is 48.
I think R-Truth just turned
R-Truth
46.
Is 45.
45? Okay.
Yeah, they're an old couple of dudes. So while you're doing that, I want to get started looking at
Raw.
Looking at Raw. And Raw and SmackDown, I guess. I don't like to split them apart because they're all one clusterfuck.
Fair.
So anything overly interesting from Raw that Enzo had a really nice Enzo had a great promo match.
Enzo basically, everyone who was complaining like, man, Enzo's getting really stale on the mic, Enzo isn't really as good as we thought he was in NXT, all that shit, yada yada yada. Yeah, none of it. Don't ever talk to me again about Enzo not being a fucking top tier mic worker.
That Enzo promo had there was a point. Yeah, I was one of those dudes. I was like, I don't really like Enzo's promo work anymore. Like, I can tell he's good on the mic, but I'm really tired of all the shit he says. Like, no, I don't spend 16 hours a day on Snapchat and various messaging services, so I can't relate to these awful written promos. And then he cut that, and I'm like, I want to hear more of this. I want to hear more promos like that are coming from the heart. Like I didn't just see Enzo. I saw this guy who is super passionate and wants to really know that he's not just some dumb mouthpiece or whatever. Like I'm like, wow.
Let me
good shit to Enzo. Best promo I've ever heard from him.
I don't even know if it was the best promo, because this promo and last week's promo, we didn't get to talk about last week for obvious reasons, so I guess I'll bring both up. Both those promos were so different, but then they were also so good. It's bizarre how good he is. Like last week, his goal was like, okay, I'm gonna cut this promo and I'm gonna convince my friend that he's my friend. And for a minute, he convinced me that was actually gonna be a thing, because he was so convincing in how he was talking. He made me buy into every little thing he said, and I was even mad about it.
Have you ever heard the promo that Enzo cut at the CWC?
No.
What? He cut a promo at the CWC?
It was like an interview. He was just being asked like, oh, like who do you have? Like who's your pick to win it? And he was like, oh yeah, fuck. He said like Rich Swann. He's like, he's my bro or whatever. I don't remember exactly what he said. And then he got asked like a couple of generic questions like how do you what do you feel about the state of the WWE and some other stuff. And then he just like some light switch went off or something. Like some switch just like went off in his head, and he just became a completely different person for like a good minute and a half or so. Really? And like he just cut like the weirdest promo I had ever heard. It like sounds like nothing he would. His accent is just gone, and he's just he just started talking about the most random crap, and I was like, what is he saying right now?
Oh,
like,
that's the one where he was like talking about politics and shit.
Yeah. And he just starts like, at first
he
was just spouting a bunch of generic political terms, and then he was like starting to like get into it, and I'm like, what is he saying? Like, I like what he's saying, but like he's not what is going on? And after hearing that, and then hearing the promos that he cut on Raw, I'm like, man, this dude is way too talented for this company. What is he doing here?
He can cut a good promo as long as he has something to talk about and like a story.
Yeah.
I think I see after this cast feud, they're throwing him to the Cruiserweight division.
They could do that.
And just have him beat Neville.
I wish he could wrestle a bit better, because then I could really get behind him.
Yeah. I guess you can't be good at everything, but they could.
But like, he doesn't have to be an amazing wrestler. He can just be like
a fine wrestler.
Like a 3-star match or something, and then be amazing on the mic, which was essentially what The Rock was for the longest time.
That's
still kind of like your mic work is outstanding. Your money, like that's money.
All I know is I want a Titus Brand and Enzo Amore segment at some point.
Yeah.
I don't really care how it happens. It just needs to happen.
Titus Worldwide.
They have a new signee.
Yeah, they got Wale.
They got Wale.
Yep.
They got motherfucking Wale.
Press conference and everything.
Yeah, Wale seems very hyped to be a part of Titus Worldwide.
But Wale is like a bigger mark than all of us.
He really is. It's amazing.
Yeah, he watches YouTube wrestling shows and everything.
He was on What Culture at one point, wasn't he?
Heard that he watches Wrestling with Regret, which is awesome. So,
what else happened on this fucking show?
On Raw, there was a tag match with the women that was whatever.
No,
okay. So nothing.
Bailey got like injured or something during the match.
Oh no!
So Sasha had to like 2v1 against Bliss and Jax, and she won, which just made Bailey look really bad again.
It was a shocker.
Yeah.
Versus Noam Dar.
Wait, I just remember something I do want to talk about.
There's no way they're not just burying Bailey at this point. Like,
oh yeah, she's dead in the water.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that was cool.
We have Heath versus Miz.
Oh
they should have put the belt on Heath. I would have popped for that.
I would have laughed a lot, but I don't think it would have been appropriate.
I think it would have been a decent call because it gets us out of the stale fucking Dean Miz thing.
And then Miz can make it a triple threat.
Exactly. That's something new at least. It's not great, but I'll fucking take it.
It was a good match.
It was pretty good. The Heath is like quietly good, and so is Miz in his own way. So it was a pretty good match.
People don't like to admit that Miz is good at what he does.
I mean, I don't think at this point Miz is like the fucking golden boy. Nobody's even trying to fuck with Miz anymore. People probably overrate him at this point.
Oh, who, the Miz?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still think the Miz is good. I think I like what he does. It's just he's not in a good feud right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, the match was fine. I was glad to see Slater get a title shot, even though it was like obvious to everyone and their dog that he wasn't winning. It was something for him to do.
I'll point out though, I bought into some of those near falls. They did a really good job with those.
And I didn't buy in, but I liked what I saw.
Well, I didn't buy in, but I got into it I was like, oh shit, and then I was like, yeah, duh.
Did more R-Truth Goldust stuff. I think what they did this week with the feud was better than last week.
Yes, because it wasn't the worst beat up in the history of time.
Yes, it was better. I hope they do better stuff like that in the future. That'd be nice.
I don't know if I care.
Versus Kurt Hawkins.
I'm gonna give it a try. I'm going to try to care about it.
Seth Rollins versus Kurt Hawkins. Kind of like Goldust. I made a bold prediction last week, and I'm gonna stick to it. I put this in the Discord. I think that this Kurt Hawkins gimmick, in time, will get over.
I mean,
it's just
it's not like he's a good wrestler or anything.
He's not.
So I don't care.
Yeah, who else wasn't a good wrestler? James Ellsworth.
He beat AJ Styles 3 times.
Exactly. You don't have to be a good wrestler to get over for a stupid reason. I think that this wacky little fucking who thinks I can beat this person? Boo. Who thinks that I can't? Yay. It's just simple and stupid. That's what gets over. People don't get it. It's just keep it simple, make it stupid. There you go. Get a wrestling company.
I don't see it.
I don't. I like seeing him get beat up. I don't know. You can just be a modern Brooklyn brawler for all I give a shit. I don't care. So there was the Joe Brock stuff. That was obviously really good.
It was good. It was really weird, but it was good.
It was weird, but like weird isn't inherently good or bad. So
yeah,
weird is its own plane of existence.
Neville versus Mustafa.
How many times have they done that match?
I mean,
I feel like I've watched that like bi-weekly. I mean, they need like cruiserweight jobbers or something. It's getting a little ridiculous with repeat matchups.
Edit that shit, by the way. That was weird.
None of that came across
for some reason.
So
yeah, I was saying we can.
Nothing came across. However.
Oh, okay. I just heard a lot of silence. Neville versus Ali. I don't know what you guys thought of that. I thought it was. Yeah, we see it a lot. It's not very important.
The finish was cool.
Yeah, the finish was dope.
That's about all that there is to talk about because we've seen it 19,000 times.
Don't care about Bray anymore. I legitimately don't care about seeing Bray on my screen anymore. I'd rather he just not be there.
The Bray thing was cool. Like the idea that he's trying to take credit for like giving Brock the title and giving, I don't know, the idea that he's in control of everything in his own head is kind of cool, but I don't know if they're portraying it very well, and it also doesn't really matter.
Thing, it's just same shit, different day.
Yeah.
He just has one long promo.
Charlie Caruso had a bit of sass to her during her interview with Bliss, which was kind of funny.
I'll pop if Charlie Caruso costs Alexa Bliss the match.
Oh man, that was...
why that sass came out. I'm not too sure.
And then Balor and Cesaro had a match, which I was just like, whatever, but a lot of people were really enjoying it.
That match was good, but
I thought it was very lukewarm. Like, oh yeah, it was bad.
Like the bulk of it. The finish was good. Like the whole, it was really overbooked, but it was really good. I think everything just happened really fluidly.
Balor win.
Really weird having Balor win if he doesn't have a pay-per-view match, by the way.
Maybe they'll like squeeze it in last second or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
He might beat down the Drifter.
And they do that sometimes. Yeah, like I've seen them do that before, where like they'll just be like, "Oh yeah, here's a last-minute match for like the pre-show," or maybe if they have like too much time on the main card, which they probably won't, given all the matches, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, well, here's like 5 minutes of this. Take a piss break or something." Oh my god, Braun versus Apollo was sad and funny.
Listen,
oh god,
the kick. That was the kick to end all kicks.
He broke his neck.
Kicking me.
I'm just watching it over again right now. Poor Apollo.
That's like kicking me in the neck.
He has a child.
He sold it perfectly, but
Jesus Christ.
What's Apollo Crews' wife gonna tell Apollo Crews' baby?
Dead. It gets funnier the more I watch.
It's really brutal.
I feel so bad for laughing, but I can't help it.
Breaking your neck. Who wore it better? What's his name? D'Angelo. What? I forgot his name.
D'Angelo Williams.
D'Angelo Williams or Apollo Crews, who wore it better?
He looked like when you die in GTA.
Wasted.
That's what I saw. Like, I saw that cell. I'm like, that looks like a death in a video game cell.
Jesus, man.
It was brutal.
It was very brutal.
I guess Apollo's like a thick enough dude to take that bump, though.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely is. I mean, it probably hurt like hell, but afterwards...
I mean, it wouldn't have been pleasant no matter what. There's a reason they put him in that ambulance.
I don't think it made Apollo look bad at all.
No, because Braun's big enough at this point where you losing to him doesn't make you look bad, really. It's just kind of standard fare.
You're just another guy that got killed by a giant. Congratulations.
You don't lose anything by losing, but you win a lot if you win.
Yeah. That's why Kalisto is not...
That doesn't count.
Yeah.
No, he's had multiple matches against Braun, though. I'm not talking about the one fucking trash bullshit match.
Because I had the argument... I had this argument with Umber yesterday that was not a clean win.
No, I'm not even... I don't even count that. I'm like... I look at like his previous encounters with Braun.
Okay. I was just throwing it out there.
Like, yeah, they've had the dumpster match, but they've had a couple other matches, too. Where, like, yeah, he might have, like, lost or whatever, but he looked really good during those matches because he actually, like, fought back appropriately.
Right. Umber was trying to tell me that was a clean win by Kalisto because it was within the rules of the match. But that's not how it works.
No,
I mean,
No.
It's like...
By that logic, Batista getting duct taped to the ring post was a clean loss.
Same with Big Show.
And Big Show stepping through the table, yeah, that was a clean loss.
I was gonna say, didn't Big Show also get like taped to the bottom rope?
I don't think so.
By Del Rio.
Yeah, he did.
Did he really?
It was for, I think it was, what was it, the IC title match at Royal Rumble 2013, I think it was?
I don't even remember that.
Look that up. Royal Rumble 2013.
I don't think that for the IC title match.
For the IC title.
It was for the IC title, last man standing match.
Yeah.
What?
No, it was for the World Heavyweight match.
Big Show in the last man. Oh, it was for the World Heavyweight title. My bad.
I was gonna say, when did Alberto Del Rio ever fight for the IC title?
The IC title match wasn't defended at this paper.
No, it wasn't.
It was the US title, World Heavyweight.
Wait, who's the IC champ at that point?
I'm not so sure.
Yeah, who the IC champ was at that point?
During Rumble 2014?
Wade Barrett.
2013.
Yeah, it was Wade.
Was he in the Rumble?
Yeah.
Okay, that would... Yeah, he was in the Rumble. Yeah, that's right, because he was eliminated by Bo Dallas. And then they had the match for the IC title, and Bo had a terrible promo, so they destroyed him. That's right.
Poor Bo Dallas. Nah, I don't feel bad. He really wasn't that good.
Don't feel bad for Bo. Oh, God, the promo he cut was so bad.
Yeah.
After Braun Strowman get Roman. Doesn't even save Titus. Doesn't save Cruz. He just sits there.
When has Roman ever cared about another person, though? Like, his whole thing is that he's one versus all. And all that shit.
Yo, when is Roman beating the Miz for the IC title, though?
Oh, God. I mean, it'd be a fine match.
IC title at some point.
Oh, yeah, they will, of course. I just don't want it to be from Miz. Miz is one of those guys where you just don't want to see him versus anyone when you could be doing other matches.
I mean, they've got to do it somehow. I mean, how else are they going to make Miz a 15-time Intercontinental Champion before he retires? Like,
I don't think he's beating Jericho's streak.
Oh, he will. How old is he?
Miz is like 30 in his late 30s.
Really?
6.
He is,
okay,
yeah, he's
maybe he won't.
36.
Well, I mean, he's wrestled a really slow style though, so he could probably go to mid-40s or so.
Yeah, he's in really good shape for 36. So
Doesn't
I
even
think
look 36.
He does not.
exactly. Well, kind of, sort of. He looks like he's in his 30s, but
I'd say I would look at him and say he's 30.
and he'll go for a while too. Like I could see him wrestling for at least another, like, I don't know, 10 years maybe.
Yeah.
I can see that.
So like there's in the span of 10 years, yeah, I could see him winning the IC title at least 3 more times.
That'll tie him with Jericho.
No, Jericho's a 9-time IC champion.
Miz is 6.
Miz is 6, yeah.
Is he 6 or is he 7? I thought he was
6.
Yeah, I think it's 6. I think you're right.
Let me check. I don't remember how many he has. Yeah, he's in his 7th reign as IC champion.
No, this is a 6th reign.
Okay,
This is at 7 IC title reigns. This is his 7th reign.
This is his 6th reign. That's not possible.
How's it not possible?
Hey, let's do this.
7? What?
Yes. Okay, here we go. So, the Intercontinental Championship on July 3rd, 2012. He held it for 85 days and then dropping it to Kofi. And then he won it at WrestleMania 29 on the pre-show and then lost it
the next day
to Barrett the next day. And then he won it when it was vacated in a Battle Royal and then lost it like a month later. This was like July 20th, 2014. Then he won it back September at Night of Champions from Ziggler. And then he won it his 5th time, April 4th, 2016, on an episode of Raw from Zack Ryder. I remember that very well because that's when Maurice came back. And then he won it the 6th time against Ziggler on the 900th episode of SmackDown. And then he won it back a month ago at Extreme Rules for a 7th reign.
Wow, I thought that was 6.
Jesus. A lot of Miz.
I mean, he makes the title credible, so I'm not.
Sure.
But the title looks good on him, so I'm fine with him winning it a bajillion times.
Fair.
All right, so let's get to the shit show that's SmackDown.
It was fine this week.
Plus, I want him to hold the title a bit longer just so he can have a longer combined time with it than fucking Wade Barrett.
How many reigns did Barrett have? Because I feel like he held it a lot.
5.
He had 5 for a combined total of 397 days.
Oh, wow.
And Miz is currently sitting at 379 with his 7 reigns.
I'll be fair, one was a 1 day.
Yeah, one of them was the 1 day reign. But
at least he got his revenge for that by giving Zack Ryder a 1 day.
Get into like the top 10, maybe even pass Mr. Perfect and Shawn Michaels, who are tied at 406 days.
He might get there eventually. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess it just depends on what the fuck they're trying to do. I don't see him losing anytime soon.
Even if he does, they'll just give it back to him a few months later.
Very true.
He needs another run with the fucking main belt.
No, he doesn't.
I wouldn't be against it depending on how the plans are laid out.
Yeah.
I would be against it in the sense that I think Miz is good
right
enough
now.
for
I don't
it.
want to see it, but
The problem is there are like 90 better candidates. There are NXT guys who would actually make better candidates.
Depends on the booking.
Of course. Okay. I just feel like now is not the time. There's too many cooks for that.
All right, so SmackDown with John Cena and 4th of July.
Cena,
John Cena got a great promo to set up an awful feud
that we've seen already.
That we've seen fairly recently.
I don't want to see it again.
I mean, it'll be a fine match. I don't know about a flag match for it, but I don't know what the point is, really. I guess just
what the fuck the rules of a flag match is.
You have to take down the opponent's flag to win.
What is stupidity?
Or well, I guess
is it your opponent's flag or your own flag? I thought it was
your own flag because if you take it would be offensive if you're taking your opponent's flag.
Yeah.
So yeah, you take down your own flag to win. It's not gonna be great. It's gonna be a little wacky, but I mean, Cena's Cena. It'll be a fine match.
The professional wrestling version of capture the flag. For the match, 2 flags are placed on the opposite turnbuckle, each representing a specific wrestler or team of wrestlers, and the objective of the match is to retrieve the opponent's flag and raise it while defending the flag in the wrestler.
Raise the opponent's flag. Okay.
Yep.
Fair enough. So I mean, it'll be fine.
Wait, so you do have to get the opponent's flag?
Yeah, you have to get the opponent's flag.
Oh, okay. I guess it makes sense. Whatever.
I guess so.
Rusev cut a decent promo.
Rusev cut the same promo he's cut every day of his career so far.
Yeah.
Yep.
Still decent though.
I guess, but I'm just kind of over it.
Like
the gender thing, at least it's a different kind of foreign heel. This is just kind of the same deal.
Rusev is doing the exact same shit he was doing before, which is really disappointing because, like, that was supposed to be his big return, and we're like, holy shit, Rusev's back. Wait, he's doing the same thing he's always been doing.
He's gonna jump Cena. Yeah.
I feel like Rusev's one of those guys at this point, like, might be better off if he takes a break from the company or something. He's young. He's got a look. He's got skill. I mean, like a league, like go Indies or something.
From WWE break, not I'm taking a break because I need shoulder surgery break.
Also the Cody Rhodes route.
Yes.
Maybe, like, I wouldn't be against seeing him on the Indies. I don't know.
I don't know if he'd fit in very well with the Indies. It'd be strange. I don't. He's kind of destined to nothing right now. Is my point. So he needs to either differentiate himself.
He hasn't been able to
find a new career. Well, I'm not saying he's been given much to work with. I'm just saying they're not going to start suddenly finding something to give him.
No, because they're stupid.
Fair enough.
Chad Gable versus AJ Styles.
That was solid.
Yeah, that was. I'm not really surprised that it was an entertaining match because Gable is good. It's just that
you forget how good a guy is when he doesn't make TV for a month and a half.
Yeah. You tend to forget how good somebody is at their job when they don't do their job for a while.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty entertaining, and like at the beginning of the match, Gable was just kind of kicking his ass, and AJ even admitted that. He was like. AJ's just like, yeah, he was kind of kicking my ass. Like, yeah, he was.
You know, you whoop my ass anyways.
It's one of the things, like, you can't wrestle a wrestler, you can't fight a fighter kind of deal.
Yeah, you got to fight a wrestler, you got to wrestle a fighter.
Yep.
Give Jason Jordan the same chance because I think, like, he's also pretty damn good, so I'd like to see him get some attention.
I'm honestly surprised that Jason Jordan isn't getting some form of push.
I always thought that he was the one that they wanted to do that with.
Yeah, because he is gigantic. Like, if he stopped working out for like a day, he would be fat. But that dude is fucking shredded.
Yeah, it's hard to keep a body like that.
I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with American Alpha, just in general.
Jordan's fucking 28 years old.
Gable's only like 25, isn't he?
No, he's in his 30s.
Is he really?
Sure.
Chad Gable is 31.
31.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
He's fucking 5'8".
He's
not a big guy.
I mean, Bhris, were you here for the conversation about Mike Bennett? Dude is fucking small. Like, Sami Zayn looked imposing next to him.
Mike Bennett is 5'9".
He's billed at 5'9".
Oh, he's 5'9".
I doubt that. I could be wrong, but I doubt that pretty severely.
Height 5'9". Build
How tall? How tall is Sami Zayn?
Sami Zayn's like 6'2".
Okay, maybe.
Yeah,
Sami's not short.
I mean, he's not particularly tall. I'd probably be taller than Sami.
Well, yeah, it's not hard. Like, he's billed at 6'1", so I'll put him around 6 foot.
I guess.
All right, so we get the shit.
That's not
Daniel Bryan doing his weekly shitting of James Ellsworth.
Why is D-Bry making me not like him on TV anymore? It's like, stop it.
It's weird. I guess they don't really have anything for him to do.
He's giving Foley a run for his money of being worst GM.
No, it is not even close to that bad. I don't like what they did this week with Bryan, but it is not Mick Foley bad. It was just kind of it was something they don't have a direction for. I don't know what they're going for. It's like he's pissed at Carmelo for no reason at this point, and it's kind of weird.
Oh yeah, don't forget about the 5-second championship match. Dear God, I will give him that. I did not predict a 5-second match. I think it was 5
Oh,
seconds.
the women's match. I actually forgot about that.
That they had the previous championship match, like I predicted it was going to be under a minute, and I think I was actually off because it was just over a minute, I believe. But I didn't predict this one was going to be like 5 or 6 seconds. I thought it was going to be maybe 30. But goddamn,
I just don't want to ever see Lana again, and they're putting her in an angle with Tamina.
What did Lana do? What did Lana do?
I don't know.
But then,
like, how bad do you have to be to just get buried like this? No, this is a fucking burial. That's
okay. What are they going for with this Tamina thing? Because I have a very I don't know. I just feel like something's going to go horribly wrong. Like they're gonna try to make them lesbians or something.
Bodyguard thing, maybe have her seem more credible because she has some tough person following her around. I don't know.
That's so overdone though with Tamina. She did that for like 8 years.
That's Tamina's job.
Get a better job.
No.
She's fine in that position. I've never had a problem with Tamina being in that bodyguard position.
Give Becky the belt. Just give Becky the belt, please.
I mean, I don't have a problem with Naomi.
With Alexa again? Oh wait.
I have a problem with Naomi as champion. She has not.
We all do.
Okay, listen.
Look good at all.
My problem with the belt.
To make it glow in the fucking dark.
I actually love that. Fuck with me about the glow in the dark belt.
It looks good with lighting, but when the lights are off, it looks kind of.
It's like a paper mache belt that I would buy at fucking Target.
Looks fine with the lighting on though.
Naomi does not look like a credible champion at all. She's like devalued that championship.
I mean, it never got valued.
I mean, when
it was
Becky
it was fine when Becky had it.
I mean, when Becky had it for a minute, and I mean, when she won it, it was a good moment. But then that was it, really. Everything else was just kind of building up Alexa, and then Alexa had a flat reign.
It wasn't flat.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It can't.
Fine.
It's not worse than this fucking reign that we have right now.
I don't disagree with that, but to be fair, Alexa wasn't given Lana to work with.
Ooh. Could you imagine how much of a travesty that would have been?
I don't even want to think about that.
Yeah, I don't really.
And Alexa Bliss Alexa Bliss fucking Lana, man, that would have been awful.
I would rather just start promoting some of the NXT women that also aren't good enough yet, but are still better than Lana.
Promote Aaliyah or something.
You can go like Lacey. You can go like Lacey Evans or something.
The girl with the murder braid. what's her name? Sonya Deville or something?
Yeah.
Who whips people with her hair.
Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan has no chance.
She's been trying so hard, and she's like a huge wrestling fan, but she just sucks.
She just made herself into D-rank Carmella.
Yeah, and it's really unfortunate because you can tell she's got the passion. She's just not good, and that's just how it is. Sometimes people that are hardcore fans, they're just not good.
Such is the life.
Can we just get to like the best part of the SmackDown? Because I really want to talk about it.
Go for
What
it.
is Mandy Rose doing nowadays?
Probably being hot
she's still in
somewhere
NXT,
else.
and she's not bad either. She's mostly doing house shows on NXT, but she's amazing. But like she's good for what she is.
So the rap battle.
My God, this is so good.
Fucking segment. Okay, let's.
Nakamura headlocking a fucking rock.
Okay, Nakamura didn't instantly die when he got attacked by Corbin. Yes, that was good.
Hey, wait, before we get
a ref.
That was funny. Yeah.
It was pretty funny. Before we get to the rap battle,
that kind of reminds me.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, Nakamura headlocking the ref kind of reminds me of that one thing I saw online where like a bunch of drunk people are fighting each other, or like these two drunk people are beating up on this one other drunk dude, and then these two dudes just run in from out of nowhere. They just start attacking the dudes that are hitting the other dude, and then the guy that gets saved responds by beating the shit out of one of the dudes that saved him.
What the fuck?
That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like whenever I see Nakamura. Like Nakamura will be like, he'll get saved by some refs, and then he'll start beating up those refs, and it's just so funny to me.
Fair enough. Quick, slightly aside. So I missed the Randy segment. Just answer me this question: did Randy Orton sell for Aiden English?
Did Randy Orton what?
Sell for Aiden English.
Yes, and Aiden English won the match.
Randy Orton sold for Aiden English's offense, and Aiden English won the match. Those two things are true.
What the fuck are we doing?
It was via DQ, don't worry.
I know it was via DQ, but
Orton grabbed the stairs.
I read the finish. I just want to know if it was
fuck off, and he hit him.
What did they do? Why did he sell for Aiden English?
But they're going somewhere with it.
Because he's so.
That would be like that'd be like AJ selling for fucking James Ellsworth. Oh wait.
As multiple times.
I know, that's the point.
He's been hit with multiple no chin musics, so.
I like the idea that like that's James Ellsworth like one move that it's his fucking what's it called? I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's basically his one bullet in the chamber.
Yeah.
So he hits it hits real hard. That's all he's got.
Yeah, it can get AJ down for a 2 count, which is
that's
fine, I guess.
That's a feat. Cena couldn't get him down for a 3 count either.
To be fair, when he was having that match, like not the one where he like got Dean like DQ'd, but the one where he was like having the match and he hit him, like that's still to this day one of my favorite calls I've heard in a long time. Like you hear Otunga, he's like, no, and like JBL is like, oh god, like
everyone was freaking out. Like it was, even if you knew he was gonna win, it was a fucking moment.
Yeah, like the commentators losing their shit. Like I lost my shit in the same way. I was like, oh god, it was so good. It's still one of my favorite calls to just listen back to. Just hearing them flipping out like that, it's beautiful.
Okay, so let's get to the rap battle.
So, yeah. This rap battle was fun as hell.
Let's get the elephant out of the room. Kofi Kingston, you were very middle-aged.
He called a stop sign and octagon.
I was gonna let that go. He was like he's
making me chuckle for bad reasons.
Yeah.
Did
not do great. The rest of it was great though. The Xavier line was brutal.
Usos were fucking great.
Oh my god.
Wale fucking died after that line was dropped.
The Roman's bags line was pretty good too.
That was solid. Like the way I see it, like Biggie was fine. The Usos themselves were just killer most of the time, and then Woods gave them that last like drop on their necks before they had to retaliate and get themselves.
Woods gave him like the real actual battle rap.
Yeah, because Woods isn't gonna take that lion down.
Yeah, fair enough. Let me.
Actual battle rap.
The thing about the Usos that impressed me the most. There we go. T's exist. Is that their delivery of it was just insane. They wouldn't it was like one person talking through two people.
And it was really, really good. I mean, that's how some of their promos have been like too, where they just kind of like bounce back and forth with each other. That's one of the things that I've been enjoying about them so much. It's like, yeah, their promos might just be a bit like weird or different, but it's their delivery of the promos.
Okay, we're getting time out. We are lagging 2 bits.
Oh my goodness!
It wasn't lagging for me. I heard
that was absurd.
Yeah.
Okay, how are we now?
I heard him perfectly fine.
I heard none of that. It was like absurd.
Damn. That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
okay, I think we're good. I think we're good now. Fine. We will cut that up. Okay. I guess.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, so what I was saying was that I like the content of their promo. Like it's not like super special or anything, but it's been their delivery of the promos that's been selling me on them. Like, yeah, their matches are fine and everything. Like they're good wrestlers, but that's just true. Like how just the weird but also really cool way that they deliver the promos is what really sells me for them. Like just like, oh, it's so cool. Like
they really set themselves apart with the delivery of it. Well. It makes them, even if they don't really say anything unique, it makes them feel different than everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, other than the rap battle. Oh, go
ahead. What was there's? Oh god, there was something else funny in the rap battle that I liked, but I can't remember it. Sure. Obsessed with how good the Usos were doing that. Like that was fun to watch. And it was like something that we were all kind of worried about because like whenever they announce a sort of segment that like it's supposed to be like something competitive but not wrestling related, like you're always gonna get nervous. Like you're like, oh god, like a dance off or some bullshit like that, and it's like, oh, not this. But it was like one of the highlights. At least it was my favorite part of the show. So okay, cool.
Did anybody else notice that they reused the Lonzo Ball entrance theme for the background music of like the commercials for the promo?
I did not.
I didn't hear the music.
It was just like whenever they put up the card for like the rap battle, it would play the music that Lonzo Ball came out to. I just noticed that. I don't know.
Didn't Lonzo Ball come out to like some generic music though?
Yeah, it was just some generic rap song.
I thought he came out. Oh, was that? I thought he came out to like. No. Because from what I remember, who was it?
If you go rewatch that segment,
LeVar came out to generic music, and Lonzo came out to
Yeah. LeVar came out to the what was it? The theme for something.
One of the
maybe the.
Then Lonzo came out to something different.
I don't remember what it was the theme for. LeVar came out to the theme for something, and Lonzo had the rap song. And I mean, other than the rap battle, the show was pretty uneventful. I wasn't forgetting something.
It was another like kind of their SmackDown. Like there was the Battle Royal, which is just another Battle Royal, so I'm not gonna remember that one. And I love Battle Royals. But it was so obvious that AJ was winning it, so it was hard for me to care.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
The turn though had the Mojo heel turn, or like hint of it anyway, from him eliminating Zach. That was cool. Nothing special there. The Styles Gable match was good.
I kind of wish they'd done a non-finish on the Battle Royal, so like AJ and Sammy got eliminated at the same time. I know they just did that.
Are they gonna fuck AJ in another battle royal?
I know they just did that, but I really I don't. There's something about this program that just isn't connecting for me. I might be one and alone in that, but I don't know. There's something about it I'm not into.
I think for me, it's just the fact that SmackDown hasn't really been that good for a while.
That could be it.
So, like,
for me.
Bring about all of the programs just less, just because they collectively haven't been that great.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know. I'm finding it harder and harder to care about SmackDown, and I've been liking I haven't really been liking Raw much as a program, but I've been liking the individual feuds an okay amount, depending on what's happening. Like Joe Brock has been really happy with that, and there's other bits and pieces here, but I don't know. SmackDown as a whole, I'm just like it passed. Like the time passes by pretty quickly. Like I'll give them that, but other than
I'm fairly, I guess, compared to the norm, I'm fairly optimistic with this kind of shit. So I'm really enjoying these Raw shows, personally at least.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, of course, there's low points.
Even if nothing too much happens, I'm still enjoying it.
Yeah, but the SmackDown shows, they're just kind of flat.
Yeah.
And
the pay-per-views aren't helping too much, so
the pay-per-views are hurting quite a bit. I think the pay-per-views are actively worse than the television usually.
Yeah,
for SmackDown at least.
Well, because I don't get excited. I don't get excited or that interested for SmackDown. So when I'm let down, I'm not surprised. It's like I'm still disappointed, but I'm not surprised. But with the pay-per-views, it's like I expect them to be decent, and then when they're not, I'm like, man, come on.
It's kind of weird how it's flipped in the last year. If you even this isn't just an us thing either. Like this is I've seen this on Reddit and shit too. People since the brand Superstar Shakeup, people generally liked Raw more. It's kind of interesting how that's flipped because a year ago, everyone was like, "Fucking SmackDown was the Holy Land."
Well, yeah, because SmackDown was there was a point where every it's actually really entertaining. You had good matches, you had good storylines, you had all this cool shit happening. And now it's well, not anymore. Now it's just SmackDown is shitty just like Raw, but Raw is less shitty.
And the Raw became not shitty. I think the issue is that when SmackDown first came around, a big part of it was that it was new. It felt new. It was fresh. New guys had new things to do. Now that's the norm.
Yeah, because those new guys aren't really. It's just I don't know.
It's a weird situation.
I guess we figured this was going to happen. Eventually, SmackDown was going to get to a point where they could do everything that they could do, and then it would just get really boring and repetitive.
Sure.
I guess that's why I'm okay with the idea of just dumping people to SmackDown, because what the fuck else are they going to do?
Fair enough. This is actually a decent segue to something else I want to talk about before we end it, because we have a little bit of time. What do you guys think about the idea of 2-day Big Four pay-per-views?
No.
No?
I mean, my issue with it is the fact that NXT exists.
Well, there is that, but you can get around that kind of you can.
Yeah, you can get around it by not having takeovers paired up with big shows.
That is true. You could move the takeover slightly.
Watch both days of a big pay-per-view if there's a takeover on the same night.
Yeah. Well, don't put them on the same night. You could do takeover if they wanted to stick with the big show thing.
You're going to do takeover on a Friday and then have 2 days of a big WWE pay-per-view? No,
sure.
I'm not doing that.
I mean,
you're basically just you're doing this WrestleMania weekend every pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be watching 5 days of WWE in a row for fucking every 3 months.
Sure. Okay, ignoring the takeover.
I already have to do that. I already have to do 4. A 5th one? Come on.
Ignoring the takeover aspect. If we let's say,
but then that's.
I mean, you have so much talent in this company right now that's a lot of it's just doing nothing. Because there's not room on cards anymore. You have guys even let's take NXT for example. There are guys there, they're just kind of sitting there Chris Hero and Aleister Black and who else? Roddy's doing shit. Hideo's doing shit. Drew kind of
Roddy just
even.
had a good title match, actually. Good
I
title
didn't.
match.
I haven't watched an NXT show in too long. I really
Dear
should
God,
watch it.
Rude is actually the best heel in the company.
He's very good. Rude should be on the fucking main roster, but there's no room for him, so he's
Rude
not.
So good. Oh my God. The end of the fucking match. Oh my God. The finish was so good. The finish to their title match was so fucking good.
Fair
oh my
enough.
God.
My point though is that like there's just so much talent and there's just nothing being done with it. I feel like they need more time. Plus then that way you could do like let's say everyone's complaining like the WrestleMania main event is gonna be Roman again. Well guess what, bitches? There's 2 main events.
No, but we all know there's really one.
Well, if it's a 2-day event though, like if you run it the right way, if you put the SmackDown World Title match on one night and the Raw World Title match on the other night, there's not a legitimate argument that one is more important than the other than the people in it, I guess. But that would still be circumstantial.
That costs a lot of money to do though for a big show though.
Yeah, but think about. I mean,
you think a WrestleMania crowd is gonna spend like 2 whole days sitting in that big ass stadium?
I mean,
yes.
They do already.
Plus, you gotta keep in mind that I mean, it wouldn't be a 9-hour show now. It'd be like probably 5 hours a night or something. For example, I don't know.
Worse.
I mean, it is, but it isn't.
That's literally 15 hours of wrestling in a 3-day spot.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. I just feel like there has to be a solution to this whole too many cooks thing.
I think it's fine the way it is.
Really?
Yeah. You know, you're separating two a month. Take over every 3 months. You don't get your chance, you don't get your chance. Who cares?
I guess. I don't know. I feel like there's just a lot of money on the table for it.
The thing is with these wrestlers is they're scared of Vince. What's the worst Vince is gonna say to you? No.
I guess. I don't know.
Everybody says Vince is not that scary. Just go talk to him. Give him ideas. He'll run with it. Even
ignoring that though, there's still just people who there aren't room for. I don't know. Wrestling is a very fickle business. You can be on top of the world one moment, you can be at the bottom of the pack one moment. Like Jinder fucking Mahal. He did a job to Mojo Rawley and then he won the world championship. It's a very fickle business. It just takes the right timing, but sometimes there isn't that timing because there's not room for it. And there's a lot of money on the table because of that, if you think about it. Hell, even if you took, let's say you took NXT, and, I mean, they're doing the whole UK thing, fucking go all in, get a fucking place in Toronto, get some Mexico going, I don't know. Go to Japan with it, fuck. Just try and get every revenue stream you can, because you can.
You wouldn't have that problem if you talk to Vince. He sees potential in you. He sees that you're trying.
Well,
you're gonna get somewhere.
I mean, yeah, but you still have to. I feel like it's easier said than done.
Not really.
I mean, there are people who've had good experiences, just many who've had a negative experience with them, I guess. We also really. A thing is, we don't know. We know what people have told us. And that's very different because the people who have had good experience with them, quote unquote, are still in the company, so they're trying to keep their job. But the bad experience people don't have their job anymore, so they could just be making shit up.
I think the only bad person was JTG.
I mean, JTG didn't have a bad experience with him, did he? I thought he just
hid backstage and collected a paycheck.
He just hid backstage.
He didn't try to do anything.
I mean, yeah, but he was happy with that.
On TV, like on an average of like once a year.
Yeah, that's like the only negative thing I've heard of backstage.
I mean, there's guys like Alberto Del Rio, but he doesn't really count for reasons. Ken Kennedy. I don't know if I said Ken.
Doesn't count either.
Who else? Does Rob Conway count?
La Resistance.
Just look at him. Oh.
Did you say shut up quote? God damn it. Did you say La Resistance, Bhris?
Wasn't he in La Resistance?
No, that was Rene Dupree and Sylvester. No, Sylvan Learning Center.
Grenier.
Rob Conway.
He was with them, wasn't he?
Was he?
In some form?
Yeah.
Well, he's certainly not Canadian, so he shouldn't have been.
Didn't he win the title with Grenier like 3 times or something like that?
Yeah.
Did he?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm looking into it now. I didn't think he did.
Yeah, they became a trio.
He's not French.
Grenier suffered a back injury in 23, and Dupree and Conway held together until March 15, 2004. The trio did not last long. Drafted SmackDown. Grenier and Conway continued as La Resistance.
Grenier and Conway? What the fuck? I had no idea that was true.
Yeah,
I remember watching that shit.
Yeah.
I have no memory of Rob Conway with La Resistance.
I remember.
I do. That's how I remember Rob Conway was La Resistance.
I remember Rob Conway because he was feuding with Jeff Hardy and then got fired live on air.
Yeah.
Oh, he was also NWA Tag Champs with Jack Stane.
Fuck Jack Stane.
What's wrong with Jack Stane?
I just don't like him that much. I don't have a big boy. I don't actually.
He's wrestling for GFW now. Let him get that money.
Yo, so what was I gonna say? Slammiversary was a good show. Go watch it if you care at all.
It was strange. It was good.
Oh yeah, it was strange. Of course, it's a strange company, but the show was fine. I liked it.
You're not watching TNA.
I was having a good time all the way through.
You're not watching TNA. You're watching GFW Impact.
Not watching that shit.
Well, GFW Impact is the TV show. Although I think I think they're referring to the show as GFW Impact, and then like the pay-per-views are just GFW. I don't remember.
This is weird. It's such a weird company, but they keep me vaguely interested still.
I'm not watching.
I haven't watched recently.
I like the pay-per-view, okay? So piss off.
It was a good pay-per-view.
G1 special, yes. G1 special. Things happen. Kenny Omega is the IWGP US champion. Woo! Canadians taking over America. Yay.
Quote, when are you going to take over Thailand to fully cement the Canadian takeover?
Well, no, I also have to take over America. That's how it works.
Fair enough. Just go beat Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, I'll go.
Well, that's not really a United States. Let's look up United States championships in America.
The United States title held by Canadian Kevin Owens.
Like indies and shit, like just random bullshit. I don't know how to look that up though.
Kenny Omega's title.
Well, I will let him have that.
I guess if you think about it, Kenny Omega was the best choice by far if you want to pop the crowd. Because he's going to be the most popular guy here, even if he's not American. He speaks English. That's really our qualification at this point.
I mean, Okada speaks English too without it
sounding... Yeah.
Kind of, sort of. I mean, speaks it a little bit better than most of the dudes.
That's true. He has good English. I'll give him that. I mean,
all right.
I don't know what to think of Okada half the time. I don't like their match with Cody was. I don't know. I just never felt like he was the focus of it. If that makes any sense.
Well, I mean,
he was trying to get his heat and everything.
I thought it was a great match. I wasn't totally surprised. Like, I was kind of worried that maybe Cody would choke and then not have a good match, but
I mean,
Cody's been improving.
He's no less than solid at any point, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you see that spot from? I guess it was from the G1 special? I just kind of saw it on Reddit, to be honest with you. I don't know what it's from exactly. Where Ospreay went for some wacky dive or something, and he countered it by going up on the rope and hitting his kick.
I feel like I've seen it. I don't remember where.
It was on Reddit the other day. I don't remember where.
Well, they would have interacted day 2 because they were in a match together because they had the 10-man tag, Bullet Club Chaos 10-man tag.
Yeah, I would assume that's what it was from. I have no idea, to be honest with you. I haven't been able to catch the show yet.
That match is actually really funny though. The match, the Bullet Club Chaos match, is actually really funny because the crowd was so good for that match.
Oh well, yeah.
So I don't. Did you see the match?
The 10-man I didn't get a chance to, but the crowd was great the whole weekend because everyone there just wanted to see this succeed.
Yeah. So basically, what was happening during the match was that they kept trying to get all of the Bullet Club members like tagged in at some point during the match, and this is like mostly around the beginning. So like the crowd was getting really loud, and I couldn't tell what they were saying at first, but then I realized they were saying "We want Fale," which I have never heard before in my life.
We want Fale chant.
So yeah, they were trying to get Fale in the ring, and then he gets tagged in, and the crowd goes nuts. Then he instantly tags, and this keeps happening, like he tags Cody back in, and the crowd is shitting on it at all. And so this kept happening of like Cody trying to tag someone in, them getting a pop, them tagging Cody back in, and the crowd booing. And then there was a Yujiro chant, and I'm like, okay, this is some weird universe. I don't know where I'm at.
A chant for the Tokyo Pimp. What a
oh my god, it was so funny. It was a really funny match.
I'll try and catch that.
It's funny. Like the match is just whatever, but like it's really, really funny. Oh my god, just them popping over the dumbest shit.
We should probably wrap up. We've been going for about 2 hours.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, obviously no mailbag this week. We'll get to it some other time.
We'll get to it one day.
Yeah, one of these days we'll try to answer your questions. Also, oh my god, I completely forgot. So I'm gonna just mention this. Freight didn't want me to say this ever again, but I'm gonna say it. Freight is cute.
What?
Yeah. Podcast. He told me never to say that, and I told him I was gonna say it on the podcast just to fuck with him.
He's not. Listen. Let me put this out there now. You were not 21 years old.
No.
I'm not 21 years.
No, I'm talking to Freight. He knows I'm talking to him. He knows I'm talking to him.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's wrap this up.
All right. Yeah. So this is Quote. I hope you all enjoyed the podcast. If not, I don't care. Signing off.
I hate you all.
Good.